It's time you stop doing meaningless tasks that make you look productive or like you're moving forward or you like you're doing things in life. It's time to stop doing these small little distractions that look all nice and fluffy on the outside, but truly deep down, they're not moving you to where you're supposed to be going. They're not moving you towards your goals, towards your purpose, towards the things that you're supposed to accomplish, even the daily tasks that you're supposed to have. They're not moving you towards even accomplishing them. This is called productive procrastinating, where you do all these little small tasks and they might seem productive. You might be cleaning something, or you're picking stuff up, or you're organizing things, and you're doing all this just to procrastinate and wait and try and further push back doing what you're really supposed to be doing. Like you might have, you have an assignment for school one day, or you have an assignment for school one day, and then you're like, oh, you know what, let me go clean, let me go clean. And then you start cleaning and you start organizing all of this stuff, but you have an assignment that's due, and you wait until the last minute to finally accomplish that. There's so many of us who do this with things other than school, but so many other things in real life, like the things that we're supposed to do, the things that God has called us to do. Like what are you supposed to be doing right now, rather than all these things that they seem productive? Like you might start a little business, or you might start a little social media, and you're like, oh, it's doing all nice, but that's not moving towards your purpose. If your purpose, let's say your purpose is to be this amazing soccer player, and you're supposed to have this influence to lead all these people in it as well, and change lives with that, and then you're going out and you're doing a bunch of other sports. You're succeeding in football and tennis and all of that, and you're spending all these time on that, and you're playing great, you're doing great in those sports, but you're not solely focusing on the soccer. You're not focusing on what you're supposed to be doing. You're not focusing on that goal. And then at the end of the day, you're gonna be like, what? Like, what am I? Like, why am I not achieving the things I want to? Why am I not moving forward the way I want to? Why am I not getting the results in life that I would like to have? Like, you just keep procrastinating. Stop putting things off. Stop trying to push things aside to just look good. Like, if you have a task for the day, go and complete it. Go and complete it. You have purpose. You have to focus on those things rather than doing a bunch of meaningless things that look all productive. Stop wasting time where you're organizing just for the sake of organizing. You don't have any intention of actually using that organizational system. It was already organized itself before. It was perfectly fine, and then you just went and you're just trying to procrastinate. Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting. Time is like a flowing current. Time is always moving. It's constantly moving, just like a flowing current. And if you're stagnant, then you're falling behind. If you're not constantly moving forward, if you're not moving towards becoming, if you're not focused on improving and growing and moving towards the purpose that you have in life, then you're going to fall behind. Stop having this thinking that, oh, at least I'm doing a little something, little productive. No, because it's still pointless. It's still meaningless, because there's no purpose behind it. Anything that you're doing in life and it doesn't have a purpose, um, then it's honestly meaningless and a waste of time. And you might say, oh, well, then how would you ever enjoy life? Well, even if you do things that are, a bit more, like, I guess, not as productivity focused, like you might hang out with friends or be making memories and spend time doing those things, those still have purpose. Like spending time with loved ones, that still has a purpose, to build connections, to build your relationships up, to go on that adventure, to travel, to build memories, to live a life. That's still purpose. Those are still things that are connected to purpose. But if you're doing things that have no meaning at all, they don't connect to any purpose in life. You don't connect to who you want to become. Truly think, who do you want to become in life? Who is it do you want to become? Think, who do I need to become? When I think, I'm like, Cristiano, who do I want to become? I want to be an excellent father. I want to, be an excellent husband. I want to be a business owner. I want to have all my things with social media. Like, I want to be able to be, I don't even want to say influencer, because I don't even like that word, but really just a positive influence on this generation, and humongous change, and well thought out speaker, and all these different things. Like, think about, who do you want to become? And is what you're doing, is it connecting? Is it lining up? Is it being productive? Like, is it truly bringing you closer towards that purpose? If not, then you're productive procrastinating. Stop doing that. It is not healthy. The more you do this, the more you're training your brain that it's okay to do like these things that seem all nice and they're all fluffy and they look all cool, especially on social media, because we know both that on social media everyone loves to romanticize being productive. I go read this book. I'm doing this ice bath each morning. And then I'm not against any of those things. Those are both amazing things. But are you doing things just for the sake of looking cool on social media, of looking productive to others, looking like you're moving forward in life when really, like realistically, deep down, you're supposed to be doing other things? Like you're so focused on your ice bath that you can't even go and read a book and spend time in investing in your knowledge. You're so obsessed with fixing your Notion templates and fixing all your organizational systems and Google Drive and on your computer and all of that, but you still can't release that online product. You still can't release that social media. You still can't make those videos to market it. You still can't write that newsletter. Really? Is that really what you want to do? Is that the life you want to live? A life where you keep pushing things back? Because I'm talking, the only thing we're promised in this life is death. Literally, that's the only thing. Every single person that we're all gonna die. Like, it's inevitable. It's just a real thing. You have to accept that. And the more you push back things, the more you think you have infinite time, but you don't. You don't have an unlimited amount of time. Time is limited to each and every single person. We all love to think we're gonna live to 100. We all love to think that, I'm gonna live to 90. I'm gonna live to 80. And realistically, that's not the case. Most people, they like live to what? It's about like 72. Like, you really have to think. You don't have all the time you want to life, all the time you think you do in life. And even then, the longer you wait, you have more responsibilities to come up in life. When you have a family, you don't have the same, you know, like fluidity. You don't have that same like, I can just pick up and move everything there. I can go and just do this automatically. No, you have other people, you have other responsibilities. When you get older, you're gonna have different interests. Your body's not always gonna function the same way. When you're 60 compared to now when you're like 18 or 20, like your body's not gonna be working the same thing. I know we all love this thing. We're gonna be super jacked and ripped at 60. And I'm not saying you can't be healthy, but at the same time, when you're 60, the energy levels are just not gonna be the same. Like, it's just scientifically, it's just how it is. So stop thinking that, yeah, I still have 20 years left. I still have, no, you don't. You don't. You only have a short period of optimal time. You only have such a short period of time before you're in your prime and you're able to do all these things. And then after that, it kind of goes slowly down a gradual hill. And I know we don't like to think like that. I know that in society we love to think that everything's gonna be perfect the rest of our lives, but that is just not the case. That is not true. Stop thinking this unrealistic. Like I say to be, unrealistically optimistic. But at the same time, you have to, bring things down to scale. Like, really think. Like, when you're 60, you really think you're gonna be like, yeah, all the businesses and stuff, I'm gonna be able to spend all the same time. No, no, I want you to stop thinking like that, because the more time you keep giving yourself, the more you're gonna procrastinate, the more you're gonna keep delaying until it's too late for you to go and start those companies, to start those businesses, to do the assignment that you're supposed to do what Jesus called you to do. And like it's just gonna be too late, and you're gonna be like, man, I wasted all that time. Do you want to live a life of regret? Do you really want to live a life of regret because you just procrastinated just to look all, nice, and you want everything to look all sexy on Instagram? Like, no, come on, wake up. When are you going to realize that we have a limited amount of time? Time is constantly flowing. You don't have time to get drunk at all these parties. You don't have time to be with your friends every single weekend sometimes. Like, I'm I'm telling you, there are times you're gonna have to lock in. There are times you're gonna have to be able to focus, and you're really just gonna have to push everything aside because you want it so bad. You want that purpose so bad. You want to accomplish your goals so bad, and not just meaningless goals or materialistic goals, but goals of advancing yourself, goals of uplifting humanity, things that add value to this world. If your goals don't align with adding value to this world, I'm sorry, those are not truly goals because they're just selfish and they're gonna leave you empty later on when you eventually accomplish them. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to start thinking in the way of a 12-week year. Read the book, The 12-Week Year. Absolutely amazing book. It changed your life. Think of your year is only 12 weeks. You only have 12 weeks to accomplish each goal that you set out. You have a listed set of goals and you have 12 weeks to accomplish them. So that means every single week now matters. You have a goal set for every single week that you're supposed to accomplish that helps you accomplish that larger goal. And every single day you have habits and goals that you have to help you achieve that week goal, and then that 12-week year goal. That's how you have to think about it. If you want to go even more in depth, I have a video on my whole entire channel. Literally just go to my channel and it's just on the purpose pursuit part when you just scroll down, and it's literally breaking down exactly how to organize 12-week year and how it absolutely changes your life. That's what you need to do. Stop wasting time. Give yourself a limited amount of time. You wonder why deadlines, you always you find yourself, you're able to, you have this adrenaline rush. You're able to accomplish all these things when you have a deadline. Create deadlines for yourself. Create deadlines for your goals, for the things you're supposed to accomplish in life. And I know some people disagree with that, but I truly think that if you don't ever create a deadline for specific things, then you're gonna live a life thinking you have unlimited time, like this unlimited amount of time that you just don't have. So when you feel like you're doing things that are just procrastinating and they're productive procrastinating, I want you to think like there's a whole documentary team. Imagine there's a documentary team that's watching you, that's going behind the scenes and is trying to follow your success. And they're making a documentary about how you rose to the top, how you accomplished all your goals, how you succeeded in life, and all these different things. And you have to think, okay, imagine you have that classic narrator, that British narrator voice like David Attenborough, and it's talking about you're scrolling on your phone, you're doing this meaningless organizational task, all these different things. Think about it. Have that voice in your head to where it's like a documentary team. I saw a video on Instagram about it, and it's really changed my life. Really think there's a documentary team that's always watching you and it's saying exactly to the viewer what you're doing, and if it's actually adding value, and if it's making you move towards your purpose. When you think like that, then every single thing is meaningful. When you think like that, every single thing has to have value. It has to add to your life. It has to give. It has to give to others. It has to help you become, rather than focus on just getting things. So think like that. Stop productive procrastinating. Get free from it. Break free in your mind. Break free from those mental chains, because the more you train your brain on it, the more you're gonna train your brain that it's okay to delay your goals. It's okay that you have more time to accomplish these things. You don't. I'm sorry, but you don't. You need to get the wake-up call. We don't have unlimited time. There's a limited amount of time that we have, and we do not know when we're gonna die. You could end up dying at 50, and I would hope you would. I would hope no one watching this would, but there's just no guarantee. So truly, truly, truly focus and accomplish purpose. Do things that move you towards purpose. Do create tasks that move you towards purpose, goals that move you towards purpose. Now, if you want to watch another amazing video that YouTube is recommending, watch right here.